Hello there folks, how are you enjoying lockdown? How's it going? How is the new normal working for you? And here as we sit on Sunday the 10th of May, it feels like we've been in this forever. A whole new way of living at the minute. I do laugh about this because it's just bizarre. It feels like the war. It's so sunny outside, been so wonderful outside. So tempted to get out, especially on the extended bank holidays, Easter and the like. But thinking about this came in on Monday the 23rd of March. It feels like it was ages ago, but it's not really that long. So how long ago is that? That's 8/38/48. That's 7 weeks. Whoa. And it's very, very strange, isn't it? Now, apparently Bojo's going to be on the box tonight to tell us about the next plans. Originally, this was in 3 weeks. We knew it wouldn't be for 3 weeks. We knew it had gone forever. We knew this could go on for ages and ages and ages. And we all find a way to get through that. We go out to get our food when we can eventually get in. Now, I'm in the NHS, so I'm in the fortunate position in that respect. I've been able to go into the queue. So out down at Tesco's, special line, feels a bit like a pariah. They nod you through with your badge. They check the badge sometimes.
6 o'clock.
Regular thing now, Thursdays, 8 o'clock. Clap for carers. Here's Adele and I. Very proud of being in the NHS. Seems to me that the traffic's starting to pick up. People are getting a bit fed up with all the lockdown. They want to get out, do stuff. They know that they shouldn't, but they want to get out and go stuff, and that's understandable. So now when you go on the roads, some roads that were really not that busy before, they've got a bit more traffic going on, people not being irresponsible. There's relatively few numbers still, but the traffic is picking up as people are getting a bit complacent. Okay, so I'll show you what it's like in the streets of Birmingham right now. So just remember, these are some of the busiest streets in Birmingham under normal circumstances. This was a weekend, this is a Saturday. Normally this is packed out, so this is coming from round the back of the station. These are back streets at the minute, but just wait when we get down by the bus station. So we're coming up now towards the market. Look at this, packed out. A bus, a chap. What's going? A few seagulls. They're enjoying it. No food around for them, mind. So this, you can't normally get down here. This is where the market is at the weekend. I'm normally jam-packed trying to get around here. Bit of a careful drive, you see, even when the roads are like this. But there's a lot where it's boy racer overtime, speeding up here, down here. Take your life in your hands if you are on the street. Dim and distant, just one car there from what I can see. One car. Down past the Texaco garage. That's me 50 quid advertising. Again, nothing coming across. Down past the Mint, this is where I used to live when I first moved to Birmingham. You can see here how deserted the place is. Absolutely deserted. Okay, here we go. Just turning on Tackley Road. Normally, or before lockdown, should I say, you couldn't have got down here. You'd be literally waiting ages. Look at this. Look at this. Nobody. Few cars going through on the lights. Few cars waiting for the lights. But look, there's no one here. Every night we tune into the coronavirus lockdown, the update from the government with the various set of people coming on the screens. Wasn't Boris breathless when he was on the other week when he first came on? Shows how ill he had actually been. I said to the missus there, I'm not sure he should be on this. He should still be in hospital, and I think he came out a bit too quick. But it just shows the impact of what goes on here. But he is the best. Well, not the best, but he is one of the best at doing the presentation. Actually, the guy I've been most impressed by is our own Matt Hancock of the NHS. Very authoritative, very calm. Tells us the truth. Tells us the truth in a way that's believable as well. Don't like Michael Gove. Don't really like Boris Johnson because of his politics, but he does do this well. Dominic Raab, quite impressive, but some of the others was on. Adele, what's she on? And some of the others. I really don't trust some of these guys, but we get now the standard update every evening with the bods from the NHS there as well. And they are authoritative, although there's a couple of oddities in there, I have to say. But you get the standard script. So you get the standard thing about the NHS, to save the NHS, stay home, save lives. They do drum it into us, but it does get a bit wearing because we hear the same thing every night, night after night, and the same graphs. They've explained them several times, but finally, when we had Johnson back on, when he came and did it, he told us we were through the peak. Now, for anyone that could have seen it, anyone that looked at moving averages, you could see that had been trailing down for quite some time. Quite some time. You could see this bit about low numbers reported at the weekends, but they weren't saying that till a fair way on. Guess that's just about caution. But now we can see most of the figures were over that peak. So why can't we get out of lockdown? Well, just recognise this, guys. When we get out of lockdown, there's a chance of a second surge. Could be something that really finishes off. We've got to take this seriously and do the right thing. The last thing you want is everybody thinks we're okay, back to normal, throws caution to the winds. There is a real chance here this could escalate, and recognise this. 30,000 people in the UK have died. 30,000. That's phenomenal. Biggest numbers in Europe. Now I know when this first started, when I heard about this, I thought people were making something out of nothing, getting things out of proportion, but 30,000 people. So the last thing here is we can't afford to just dump lockdown. Now I guess the government is going to take a very cautious, very prudent approach around this. They don't want to run the risk. So it'll be interesting to hear what Boris Johnson has to say later on. We've already had things trailed from the Welsh government and the Scottish government. We've heard things about quarantine for people coming back into the UK by flights. We've heard a number of things, and they do drip, drip, drip. Now I'd hope it's not going to be a manic change. I can't see that it will be, but you're going to get people starting to push back against this now. I think almost certainly you're going to have that pushback. You've also got, from my perspective, a very serious, important thing, and that's about football. Sorry about this, but Project Restart, the speculation you get coming out, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? So you've still got this view about we could scrap the entire season, make it null and void. That's going to go like down like a ton of bricks. Certainly Leeds and Liverpool when it's our time again. Certainly, I'm not sure what happens around that. You've also got freeze the season here and declare it. Actually, these are the promoted sides. Favourable for us, but it feels like you've been snatched. Victory. Yes, but defeat snatched from the jaws of victory. Not able to really celebrate it. The champions that never was, you can see the headlines going through. Then there's this thing about points per game and averaging out, which seems a bit bizarre because surely we're already there. Well, it's to reflect this bit about some teams have played more home than others. You've also got these strange arrangements coming out now. What's been proposed is in terms of football, we play in neutral stadiums. Why? What difference does it make? Surely you can make grounds inaccessible. If you want to keep them away, make them inaccessible. If you put it on a neutral territory, they're just as likely to go. A lot of discussion about putting it in Wembley. Great. So all of us lot in the North and Midlands, we have to travel down, but them down there can do what they want and nip round the corner. Well, there's also talk about regional system going forward, B teams in some of the lower leagues. So the Premier League sides being able to field B sides in the leagues later on. So we come to terms with the financials around this. Safe to say that whatever happens, as and when football does come back, when the decision's taken, there'll be some mighty legal battles going on around this. Mighty legal battles. You wonder how that's going to work through, because whatever decision is taken, whatever happens, someone's going to be disadvantaged. And then in this legal day and age, you know what's going to happen. Money's going to come through to the fore because money is so important in football. Anyway, that's for another day. I'll talk to you again when we know about what's going to happen in football and weep me woes for then. I hope Leeds go up. I desperately hope they go up. We'll have to see what will happen. What will be after all. Let's just wait for that. In the meantime, guys, enjoy the weather as far as you can. Try and stay safe. Try and stick to the knitting. Don't abuse the lockdown procedures. This is the new normal. And I have to say, I've quite enjoyed some of this. Working from home, it's given me new insights. I'm thinking now, am I going to carry on doing this on a long-term basis? Got a nice little setup here, actually, the way this works. Quite enjoying it. You can do things remotely that you never thought you could. You can do stuff with Microsoft Teams, and that's what we use at work. Ooh. Okay, so here I am on the bridge of the starship Tomlinson, ready for another day at the grind. Another day at the new moon base, the new normal. An outlook overpowering me again. Here we go. This is what I've got in front of me every day. Big 3-screen setup, and over on the other side, there's the lovely wife's setup. Not as tidy as mine, of course, but then she's so much more efficient and she can do all that multitasking that men so struggle with. But this is where we spend a day at the minute. And there's the gorgeous outside, lovely day, but we don't see it anymore. Bit of Everybody Loves Raymond on the TV. That's our background noise, honest guys. So back to the grandstone. And here's my gorgeous wife at her station doing the business. Life in the NHS, never easy. Look at that poise. Only problem is I've got a poor internet signal. So when there's a couple of us using the internet here with Teams, then sometimes it drops out. Woo, off the screen I go. I'll be back soon. Don't worry about it, I'll be back soon. When you come to depend on the internet as much as we do now, it just shows you what happens when it's not there. Shows you what's happened when you can't go to work. Shows you what it's like when you haven't got football. This is lockdown 2020, the new normal. Stay with it. We could be with this a long time, but enjoy yourselves. Come on, it's not that bad. It could have been worse. Not sure how, but it could have been worse, I assure you. Okay, enjoy the next few weeks if you can. Look forward to being able to do things again. But please, please be careful, be considerate, do the right thing. See ya.